Welcome back and welcome in. We are on Animal Crossing, the island of Potpourri. Hawkins is going to be doing some happy home designing, changing into his uniform. Please click that like button and the notification bell and subscribe. It helps out the channel and we can keep bringing you fun content that we got. Oh, a school! A school? Hawkins isn't about school. Our little 80s boy here is going to do a school. And we already know exactly what kind of design we want for his school. Of course, his siblings on Potpourri, Leota and Samuel and Redwit, have already done their schools. So we kind of know a little bit what to expect as far as this design goes. But of course each of the Potpourri 4 has their own specific style and theming. So we can kind of skim through the outside because it's the same for everybody for designing the outside. You do the roof and the siding and the color of the bell. So we want it to be, of course he's our 80s retro boy, so we'll just kind of do some blues and greens here. Alright, and we need a lot of work in here too, so she's kind of talking to us about how we can make the room bigger. This is the first building that we get to have that opportunity to make bigger, so this kind of opens up a lot in the design aspect of the game. So let's see what kind of furniture we got to work with. Of course we need the podium, and we need a certain amount of desks and chairs, I remember. So we can go ahead, let's skip through that. So we need one desk, which we have. We need 2 desks there, and we need 4 chairs. So it can be any kind of desk. It doesn't necessarily have to be something specifically in their recommended section. We can use any kind of thing that qualifies as a desk we want. So, some of you may have already guessed his theming based on these chairs here. Or the tables rather, and these chairs. I'll let you think about it for those that don't know yet what his school is going to be called. Let's put a floor down, and for the wall, let's see, the walls we have, just kind of skim through here. There's nothing that's quite perfect for his design. That's kind of light, but that kind of almost goes with what we're looking for. Oh, these mats are going to come into play as well, so we definitely want to keep those in mind. Let's go ahead and put, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We want one of those. We want one, kind of move this around so that we can kind of see where the mats are going. We can organize these first, and that there. This we need to move here, just to get these out of the way for a second. Move that to the corner. Move this over here, just to kind of get things out of the way here. Face that way. Okay, so we've got our 4 chairs and our 2 tables. But we're probably, I think we might need more than that. Let's do, I move this a little bit there, because I don't think I want it right up against the wall, because I want to be able to get onto it from both sides. And if you cram it against a wall, then somebody can't get to the other side of the desk, and you can only have one chair at a 2-person desk. Unless that make enough room between the tables and the chairs for them to shimmy through to get to the far end. which so far this is not letting me do. That's too close. Unless I put the tables there and then just have 2 rows of chairs. Move this over here. Move. I'm gonna need to move that podium as well. Put another one of these in this color. We want, let's move that over here. Let's get one of these in this color and move that to the middle here. Or maybe, let's see. It's kind of small, I can hardly see. Let's get one of these in this color. So we've got 4 colors now. Move that there. And then move this to the middle so the teacher can be in the middle. Okay, I can sit in the chair. I can still get around here. I have to scooch through, but I can get there. I think we are going to have to make the room bigger, but let's see what else kind of things we have in here. So we have that kind of desk there. That's just a normal school desk. That's too cold. Counters. Okay, there's a few different colors of that we can use. We could do the wooden, or maybe let's do standard. If I get rid of that and use this instead of the podium, does that still count? Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we've got a teacher's desk, we've got the school desks and school chairs. What else can we put in here for the school? Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Chalkboard we are going to need. But do we want this kind or do we want the one-piece kind? No, not records. Ironing set. We need like the paper, like the essay sets. A globe for sure, because they're learning about geography. Some homework sets, some essay sets. We need some books, I think, or like some science experiments. Here we go. Electronics. Lab experiments. They would have a fan on the wall, possibly. Study posters, world maps for sure. There was one of those in every 80s classroom. There was a wall clock in every 80s classroom too, because we always stared at the clock waiting for the time for the bell to ring so that we could go. So let's kind of organize some of this stuff here. Do we want the clock in the front or on the side? We're definitely going to need the fluorescent lights too once we get to our ceiling decor. Kind of second guessing my wallpaper too. I'm not sure if I quite like this wallpaper. It's too bright. I don't remember 80s classrooms being that bright and vivid. Of course, maybe that was just my memory. Oh, backpacks. Do you need backpacks and school bags? At everybody's desk. So if we go to the wall-mounted tab, Can we mount those on the wall? We've got the fan already. We've got those posters and the maps. I think we want a cork board, because there was always like announcements that they posted on the board. Oh, we could put a pattern. Let's do a custom design. All of my builds have a specific, that person's style of custom design somewhere in their build. So of course we got to do an 80s thing for Hawkins. So he's got lots of 80s things to choose from. Since this is a school, I'm thinking the flux capacitor, but let's see what else is on here. The DeLorean. I think the flux capacitor. That would be on a bulletin board in an 80s school. Let's see. There wouldn't be any of this kind of decor in the classroom. Let's see, that the miscellaneous stuff that can go on the desks. I think we want to move this over though, because the students need to be able to access this in addition to the teacher. So if we move the fan maybe to the middle of the classroom in the back, move these posters down so the students can actually see them, learning about geography and grammar, the ABCs, or multiplication, or periodic table, or constellations. I think probably multiplication, because this is going to be a junior high or middle school. So let's put that there, move the clock up a little bit there, so you got the multiplication and the time. The bulletin board can be over here to kind of put some balance on this side, along with the world map. And the students can still access it there, so that's good there. We need to put some of this tabletop stuff on the desks and stuff now. So an essay set on here. Homework set, let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one because we got one of these. So let's put that there. We've only got 2 tables really. So I think we're gonna need okay, and then we got the science lab experiment thing here, and then the electronics. The teacher's desk is looking pretty full. So we need a place to put this science lab experiment set, kit thing, lab kit. So if we do a little mini table, because the room isn't very big, let's see what kind of woods we have to work with here. We could do black, green, blue. Let's use green, and we can do, let's kind of see what kind of designs we have here. These are the game ones that like you get from Sable and Mabel. Or we can go, none of these are really striking my fancy. I thought for sure that there was that one's kind of close to what we might be looking for 80s wise, but we might just want to go with a custom design. Let's see. Not blocks. 80s, that's very 80s. That's kind of close to what we're looking for. That. But I don't like any of these wood colors, I don't think. It doesn't quite go with the wallpaper and the flooring. So let's just see how that looks. Yeah, it's not, it kind of clashes a little bit. Let's put it over here for now. We can put this lab experiment Oh crap. There we go. Put it this way. Oh, it doesn't fit. Shoot. Okay. So... Gosh. Let's put that there. I think we're gonna need another one. Do we do the same thing with the same design? Tablecloth. And I'm kind of second guessing this whole table thing now. It was the neon. But do we want something else? What about a longer table? Simple table. Ranch low board, wooden block table. That's too fat. I think we need one of these because it's still skinny, but it's long, so that would fit. But it's again, it's only the wood stuff. What about project table? Light wood, natural wood. Let's put this over here for now. Put this back in the corner. Let me see. I just don't have really much room. I'm not sure if I like any of these colors, but that kind of closer matches the teacher's desk a little bit. But yeah, I'm just not liking the coloring. What if we did... What if we did this, the lecture hall desk? Can we get that to match? That's white. Light brown or white. That exactly matches the teacher's desk. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I can get it to face the right way. Alright, so this will fit on there now. Perfect. Teacher's desk is there. We've got walls, stuff on our walls. I'm not liking that mini table, but we can move this so that the teacher can actually get behind here. I wonder if we want to put another one of those project tables on that side as well. Let's get rid of that. Let's move these over a smidge. Let's move this back down. I want to move that there for now. Let's move this forward a bit. Let's make another one of these tables here. Or I can move this. God, there's just so much. It's cramped. I'm not liking this. Okay, that move that over there. But that electronics kit is hanging off the teacher's desk now. I don't like the way that looks. I think we can add... Let's see. Let's go to the stuff for the backpacks and bags for a second. Just to kind of change focus a little bit while we're thinking about that front of the schoolroom. So we want a few backpacks. We want one of these, maybe? One. Somebody would have one of those. Let's move these down so that the students have their backpacks next to their desks. Let's move this one over here. Let's have one of these or... Okay, so those backpacks are there. So over here we would like to have one of these satchel ones or school bag one. Or outdoor backpack, because there was always one kid that had like a bigger backpack than what they needed, but I like these better because it's a bit smaller and more compact. So there, got the backpacks there. Ceiling. Okay, so we do need some of these fluorescent lights because the classrooms always had super bright fluorescent lights, although a lot of times they were burned out, so the classrooms weren't as bright as they would have been had all the bulbs been working. We want these lengthwise this way. Let's put that a little bit more in the middle. Turn these this way. Turn this one that way. Oops. There we go. I think that works. Okay. Looking better. I think we are going to need to make this room bigger because we're just like super cramped. Okay, we're going to arrange these little carpet squares. You may or may not have figured out yet what this is, what the theme of this is, based on these squares. I don't want to make it too much bigger because right now it is a perfect 9 square by 9 square. And that's what we need for his design, but we're gonna need to make this bigger because it's so cramped. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors of the carpets. We're gonna need another color. We've got that one. Green? Let's use white. There we go. And that one's gonna go in the corner there. So if you think about just the floor with the carpets there, you can kind of see what this is. And the chair, the school desks and the school chairs give you another kind of hint. Think 80s toys. And you may be able to figure out what the school name is going to be. So we've got a 9 square, 3 by 3 by 3. Yeah, I didn't want to have to make this bigger because it's a perfect size for what we need for the flooring, but there's just not enough space for all the desks and everything, and the backpacks are kind of overlapping the desks. So we're going to leave the carpet squares where they are and just have... Okay, so maybe I'll move this over, move this back. I want the teacher's desk to be able to, the teacher to be able to sit behind her desk or his desk. Let's do another one of these tables and put it in the corner there. We can put, now we can free up some space on the teacher's desk. Oh, we are going to need the chalkboard too, but now this looks darker. Do we want to use it white now then? And kind of have it be offset from the teacher's desk, because the brown, the light brown that we had it before it matched the teacher's desk, but now it doesn't really match. I mean, the colors are off. The wooden color here, basic teacher, okay, the standard, the wooden. Let's see what that looks like, and then see what this looks like as the light brown. It's kind of... See, this looks darker now than it did before. Before it matched this one perfectly, but now the teacher's desk is a little bit lighter than the project desks. But that's okay. I guess we're just going to go ahead and go with it. Let's put this on the end. I want to have another one of those because multiple students will be working on their electronics projects in the class. Move the chairs back. Move this. Actually, move this in because I think we're going to be able to get to it on both sides of the desk. So if we move that over, I think they can still get through to get into the chairs, and then have the desks or the chairs here, and then another desk here, and then the same thing on the other side. Move the chairs back, have another desk. Let's copy that, place it over here. We've got the chairs there and the desk there. Okay, so there's more chairs now, so we can have more students in the classroom. Let's get the homework sets and the essay sets on random desks. We can get one of these at one of the desks instead of at the project table. Have an essay set there. Let's leave that. Let's see, there's something on every desk now. So that's good there. The backpacks are okay on that side. Move it a little bit back since we moved the chairs back now. Move this over a little bit for some balance. That wall's looking kind of bare, but it's the back of the classroom, so that doesn't matter. We can move this forward a little bit since we expanded the classroom. Move this back. Move this back a smidge. This we can move back a little bit too, so it's a little bit more balanced. Got the lights there. The teacher's desk is okay. We've just got the globes, so there's room on the teacher's desk. If I move this over a little bit so that you can actually see the carpet patches, so that you can kind of see the design that we're going for. I think that works there. And that's even with the other side as well, because there's only one little space between the wall and the chair and desks. Alright. We are on our way. Anything else that we can put in here that's kind of school related? They wouldn't have record players or radios. Stack of books. School books. We got homework sets. Electronics kit. Oh, a microscope. We didn't even get that before. We do want a couple of books. Japanese literature, encyclopedia, textbook. Textbook for sure, because they're learning. Let's put this on this empty desk here. We can move this to the project table. And then the other book here, this is going to be textbook as well, or do I want encyclopedia? Textbook. Let's put that on this side. And then let me think here a second. Okay, what else do we have? Do we want something else for the teacher's desk? Like maybe she's grading papers or something? Or we could put a homework set on the other empty desk here. And then, okay, so we've got the floor, we've got the project tables, we've got all the student desks are full. Got backpacks, that's all good there. Anything else we can use? Shoes, socks, glasses, hats. Scholar's hat. Okay, I don't think we need any clothing displayed, so we can kind of skim up here. Let's just scroll really fast up. We've got flooring all set. We've got wallpaper, wall hangings. We've got our clock. We've got our fan. We've got our instructional materials like the world map. Let's see. Anything else that we might want in an 80s classroom for a junior high school, aka middle school? We've got the globe, we've got homework sets, we've got a tissue box, maybe on the teacher's desk. A cactus. We've got books. If we put the Kleenex on the teacher's desk, then there'll be nothing else that we can put on the teacher's desk because the globe is taking up one space and then there's only one space available for the box of tissues. So let's just kind of browse through before we make our final decision to see if there's nothing else that we'd want there instead of a box of tissues. Oh, the chalkboard! I forgot I wanted a chalkboard. Oh, we would have models, like an anatomical model. There's, without having to expand again, I don't think we've got the room. Okay, box of tissues on the desk. Let's see. I'm not sold on that yet. Okay, we'll move it forward so the teacher can get behind. There's still enough space between the student desks and the teacher desk. Anything, do we want more of these lights? Since we expanded the room, we need to add some more lights. So let's center this there. Move that up a little bit and over. And then over. Or maybe we want it back where it was. Because we don't want them right over the desks. We kind of want them in between the desks and the aisle, I think. Like this. So a little bit into the aisle and a little bit into the desk area. Okay, and then this moves up there. Okay, so we've got some lights there. But do we want more? Is that too much? Okay, let's see. We can get in here. We can sit. We can get through here. We can play on there. We can get behind here. We can go over here. Got lots of room there. Teacher's desk there. Kind of have to shimmy a little bit between the teacher desk and the student desk, but that's still okay. Let's see. Get to our order tab here. We've got all the requirements met here. A music stand. Chalkboard. I want this chalkboard, I think. So let's put that in the dead center of the classroom. I think we can customize it to have some writing on it too. So like they're doing like multiplication or something. Or music or art. Let's do math. They're doing their math problems on the chalkboard. Students are having to go up to the chalkboard to solve their math problems. Alright, let's take some pictures! Pictures! This is so cute. I love this. Cute because I don't have to go to school anymore. Comment below your thoughts on middle school and high school. Oh. Shoot. Alright. How are things going? I'm done. Great! Now the next thing, who can we invite to work here? Okay, we need to pick our teacher. Who would you hire right now? Let's see. No, I don't want Tutu to be the teacher. Although she does kind of look teachery with those glasses on. Claude. Oh, Bruce! Bruce seems like he'd be like the PE teacher, but he'd be like substituting for the math class because the math teacher is out. Plus he's an old villager. He's a cranky villager type, so he'd be definitely a teacher. So I feel like he would be in a coach's uniform. Like the jacket with the whistle. Yeah, like this. Like one of these. He wouldn't be in like the normal like shirt and vest. He'd have like the athletic jacket and stuff. And the glasses and the comb over. He wouldn't be in a fancy waistcoat or anything like that. I think this is definitely our teacher. Bruce. Bruce is our teacher. Alright, go call the new teach. Yes, school. Name the school. Alright, comment below if you guessed it before we reveal the name here. I would love to see who guessed it and who didn't. Here we go. Oops. Apostrophe S. Okay. Now I want to do junior high. Or just middle school. Yeah, middle school. There we go. There's our school. Our 80s school. I like it. Rubik's Middle School, yes. Looks like a Rubik's Cube. Yes. Perfecto. Great. We got ourselves a name. We got ourselves a teacher. We got a picture taken. Oh, yay. There's already students here. Look at Bruce teaching math. Everybody's all paying attention, looking in their books, doing their homework. Eloise looks a little bit confused. All right. How cool! I love this. Hope you enjoyed Hawkins' design of the school. I know we previously had Leota's posted. I don't think we've posted Samuel's or Redwood's yet, but we do have those filmed. So stay tuned for those as well. Check out all the playlists of the Happy Home. And check out our other content as well. We've got Dinkum and Lego games and We've got Disney Dreamlight Valley and other Animal Crossing islands too. All kinds of fun content to keep you entertained. So definitely please subscribe, share it with your friends, comment. We want to see your comments on what you like. Let's pick this one because there's students in there and it kind of shows everything that's in the school. We can always, I think, change it later maybe for our portfolio. What's up? Oh, let's take that photo. Oh, yes, the outdoor photo. Yes. All right, and now we're gathered here to take a special celebratory photo of Rubik's Middle School. Yay! Thank you very much. The island is a little more beautiful today, thanks to Hawkins and Rubik's Middle School. I can't wait to see what the future holds for its students and teachers. Let's hear from the person in charge of decorating. A few words? I'm so happy. Thank you. Let's take that photo. Okay, let's do... No, we didn't jump. Aren't we supposed to jump? How come it didn't jump? Let's do another one. Yes, do a retake. I think I hit the wrong button, actually. Yes! There we go. Yay! I think it came out lovely, but... How do you feel? Yes, this one's perfect. Because it did what it was supposed to do. That'll do it! Take care! Yay! Alright. Let's get our paycheck! Pokey. I want to take a peek inside. What a good looking school. Wardell was impressed with how polished everything looked. Nod. He's a manatee of many words. I heard that Lottie taught you her little trick about resizing. Whoa. What is it? I've just come up with a brilliant idea. I'm gonna keep it to myself for now. Psst. You're not being a team player, Nico. You should share your knowledge. 25,000 Pokey! Alright, for designing a school. I have grand plans. We'll be able to do another facility in the future. He already knows what he wants to do for his restaurant. Thank you! Yay! What fun! We're gonna keep working, but we're gonna end this video here. Again, definitely click that like and subscribe and the notification bell. Definitely put a comment in what you liked best about the video, about school, about content, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.